ഗൈസ് സോറി ഗൈസ്, വൈകിപ്പോയി. ആരോമൽസൺ മീ മോനാഡൊള്ളി ഗോഗ്ദി ഫസ്റ്റ്. താങ്ക് യു ബ്രോ. ആരോമൽസൺ സെക്കൻഡ് ഗോകുലി. ബസ് മാസ്റ്റർ തേടി. രശ്മിയ ഹായ് ബ്രോ. ബസ് മാസ്റ്റർ വൈലൈ. എടാ ഞാൻ ഉറങ്ങിപ്പോയി സത്യം പറ. ഞാൻ ജോലി കഴിഞ്ഞ് വന്ന് ഒരു 10 മണി വരെ കിടക്കാന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചാണ്. ഉറങ്ങിപ്പോയി. ഞാൻ ഫസ്റ്റ് കളിക്കാം. ഞാൻ ഗെയിമിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലൊക്കെ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. ഒന്നുമില്ലേ, വെറുതെ ഇരുന്നാ. ഫ്രീ ട്രൈ റോസി റോസി അടിക്കുന്നു. റോസിനാണ് എനിക്ക്. മാൾഡിനി. ഞാൻ വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്യാറുന്നു ബ്രോ. റൂം ഇട് ബ്രോ, സ്പിൻ ചെയ്. എടാ ഞാൻ വിചാരിച്ചേ ആരും ഉണ്ടാവില്ലാന്ന്. ഞാൻ അതിനെ ഡിവിഷൻ കളിക്കാനൊക്കെ വിചാരിച്ചു വന്നത്. വാതിൽ ഹായ് ബ്രോ. ബ്രോ നിക്കടാ, ഒന്ന് തുറന്നിട്ടുള്ളൂ. ഞാൻ എന്തെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ ഒന്ന് ഉണ്ടോ നോക്കട്ടെ. ഉറങ്ങിപ്പോയടാ. ഞാൻ അലാറം വെച്ചിരുന്ന്, പക്ഷെ അലാറം അടിച്ചില്ല. അടിക്കാത്ത പോട്ടെ, 10:30 ഞാൻ എണീറ്റ്. എന്നിട്ട് ഞാൻ ജസ്റ്റ് ഇങ്ങനെ തിരിഞ്ഞൊന്നും കൂടി ഒന്ന് കിടന്നാണ്. പിന്നെ കണ്ണുറന്നപ്പോ 12 മണി. അത്രയും ക്ഷീണം ഉണ്ടായി. സൈക്കോ ഗെയിമർ ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി ഇതേ വരണി. റിസൾട്ട് വരും. ഏതായിരുന്നു എനിക്കറിയില്ലട്ടാ. നീ ഏതായിരുന്നു? +2 10ന്റെ? മാൾഡിനി. ജിം ജാം ജും ജിങ് ജിങ് ജും ജിങ് ജാം ജും. ശരി. കളിക്കാം. ഷൗചെങ്കോ ബ്രോ 1v1. 1v1 ആണോ? എന്നാ പിടിക്കും. കേറ്. എനിക്ക് കിട്ടിയില്ല. കിട്ടും. ട്രെയിലൊക്കെ 1 ഡേ കിട്ടും. ഈ ഒരു പാക്ക് മാത്രം വന്നുള്ളൂ അല്ലേ? സെലക്ഷൻ കോൺട്രാക്ട് വെച്ചിട്ട് മറ്റേ എന്തിട്ടാണ് തങ്കപ്പന്മാരെ കിട്ടും പറഞ്ഞു. ഡിലൈറ്റ് കിമ്മിച്ച് അവന്മാരില് F2P ആദിൽ നജീബ് ഹായ് ബ്രോ വെൽക്കം. ഏതിനാന്നല്ല ഏതിനെങ്കിലും രശ്മിയ ബ്രോ സുഖല്ലേ? 10th റിസൾട്ട് അല്ലേ? പ്ലസ് ഉണ്ടാവില്ല, അറിയില്ല, വരുന്നത് വരട്ടെ. 609 സബ് ആയി. ഇത് നമ്മുടെ വിജയം. ഞാനും 10th ആണ്. ഇനി ഒന്നും പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് കാര്യമില്ല. ഇപ്പൊ ഇരുന്നിട്ട് ഞാൻ 10th ആണ്, നാളെ എന്താവോ എന്ന് ആലോചിച്ചിട്ട് ഒരു കാര്യമില്ല. അതൊക്കെ നമ്മ എക്സാം എഴുതുമ്പോ ആലോചിക്കണം. അല്ലേ? അതിന് മുന്നേ ആലോചിക്കണം. ഒന്നും വിചാരിച്ചിട്ട് കാര്യം. പേടിയുണ്ടോ അണ്ണൻ? അതുകൊണ്ട് പഠിപ്പ് നിർത്തി കാണുമല്ലേ? പോടാ. 10 പുഷ്പം പോലെ ജയിച്ചു. +2 ഒക്കെ പുഷ്പം പോലെ ജയിച്ചു. ഡിപ്ലോമയൊക്കെ പുഷ്പം പോലെ ജയിച്ചു. എന്നിട്ടൊരു കാര്യം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So straight and a header! Big moment! Massive
ഫസ്റ്റ് തന്നെ നമ്മ
Well, talk about
തുടങ്ങിയിരിക്കുകയാണ്
a
ഗൈസ്.
rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes. The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous. Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what... Roll! And he's really put himself on the line here.
പിന്നെന്നാ എന്ത് പിന്നെന്ന്?
And we have our very first corner. Neymar goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's good running with the ball. Oh, super fine. And the finish!
അയ്യേ,
And the keeper has reacted superbly there. Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
ബ്രോ ഈ കളി പുഷ്പം പോലെ നോക്ക്. കളി തുടങ്ങിയിട്ടല്ലേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഇനി ഒരു ഗോള് കണ്ട് പറയല്ലേ. അപ്പച്ചന്റെ ഒരു ട്രിക്ക് അല്ലേ.
Attempts a clearance. Oh, it's played into the area. Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side. Showing good feet. Played in by... Oh, good finish!
അപ്പച്ചനോ പെണ്ണ് കെട്ടാത്ത
Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. And it's Albert Ferrer. And here's Shevchenko. Costa Curta. Milan are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail.
ഫൗൾ സാർ.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. He's in a great position here. And the shot! It's in!
പരന്നല്ല
And
ശബരി.
there's the goal they've been looking for. It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that though, and somehow he found the angle. Well, the angle wasn't good, and neither was the keeper. He scored then when he had no right to. So that's two now without reply. Well, now's the time you could afford to be
ഇല്ലാട്ടാ.
more daring, Peter. It may be... Shot a goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper. Yeah, he was well placed.
സെക്കൻഡ് ഹാഫിൽ ഞാൻ തിരിച്ചു വരും. അവിടെയാണ് എൻ്റെ യഥാർത്ഥ
It's their second
ഗെയിം
corner of
പ്ലേ.
the game. They've played it short. That's a good foray he's making. That's going across goal. Schmeichel claims it without any fuss. Milan are looking to go forward now. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Raul. Neymar. It's a sharp pass.
At a time.
Threads one in. Great ball. Goal! It's and the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, that was no routine save. Osimhen is offering a right. And that brings the first half to a close. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes? Well, I think things have
ആണ്ടാ
worked out
സ്റ്റക്ക് ആയത്.
pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage. So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
പറ്റിയത് ഞാനൊന്നും ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല കേട്ടാ. പുതിയ കള്ളന്മാര് ഇറങ്ങിയിട്ടുണ്ടല്ലോ. ദൂരം പേരാണ് ഫോൺ. മതി. നെറ്റ് പോയതാണ്, സോറി. അപ്പ പോയാ ഇതിന് പോയാ ബ്രോ, ന്യൂ റൂം ഇട്. നീ മെസ്സേജ് ആണോ? നീ എന്ത് ചെയ്യണോ ബ്രോ? എന്ത് ചെയ്യും നമ്മള്? ബ്രോ റൂം ഇടാൻ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? സീനില്ല. എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ? രണ്ടാമത് എഴുതാൻ പറ്റില്ലല്ലോ. ഡിവിഷൻ മാച്ച് ഞാനേ നേരം വൈകിട വരെ. ഗെയിമിങ് ഡിവിഷൻ കളിക്കാന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചു, പക്ഷെ പിള്ളേര് നമ്മളെ വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കല്ലേ. എങ്ങനെ ഡിവിഷൻ കളിക്കാൻ തോന്നുന്നു നമുക്ക്? ബ്രോ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഞാനാ വന്നേ, പക്ഷെ എനിക്ക് കളിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല അവസ്ഥ. ശരിയാവും. കളിക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ ഇന്ന് ഡിവിഷനാ? കുറച്ചേരം ഉള്ളൂ. നാളെ ഡിവിഷൻ കളിക്കാം. ഡിവിഷൻ ജയിക്കണമെങ്കിൽ ഡിവിഷൻ തന്നെ കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്യാം. ഇല്ലാന്നുണ്ടെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി ആക്കാം.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So we're very much on the way now. David Villa, Jimmer, a little gem amongst strikers. Yeah, and Messi!
Reflection goal.
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. So, a breakthrough already. Batistuta clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Messi. And they're back on the ball again. Nicely weighted ball. Shoots! Beckenbauer. Borussia Dortmund are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers. Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won. Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal. He's picked his way through. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And here's Ibrahimovic. Now who's going to be first to this? The assistant referee rightly gives him
Offside.
offside. Adams. And it's Scholes.
ഇതാണ്
Batistuta. He might be in here.
ചേട്ടാ
Batistuta finds
നാളെ
himself
10th
offside.
റിസൾട്ട് വരും അനുഗ്രഹം. നമ്മുടെ പിള്ളേരെല്ലാരും ജയിക്കട്ടെ. നമ്മുടെ പിള്ളേരല്ല എല്ലാരും ജയിക്കട്ടെ. 10th എല്ലാരും പാസ്സാവൂലടാ. എല്ലാരും ജയിപ്പിച്ചോടാ 10th. മാർക്കോടെ പാസ്സാവാനാണ് പാട്. പ്രശ്നം.
Oh, some astute defending there. Milan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break. Tries to play it through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Guardiola. Now Howson. He won't be happy with that one.
നീയും ഗ്രഹിക്കണം. ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി ഉണ്ടോ? ഫ്രണ്ട്ലിയിലെ കളിക്കണേ. പിന്നെ വരാം ആദ്യം അണ്ണന്റെ ഒപ്പം കളിക്കട്ടെ. എടാ
That's really well manoeuvred. And the referee says that is that for the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Milan
ലൈക്കടി.
leading by 1 at the break. I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval. Milan with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. Back on the way then. Milan currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Guardiola. Quality ball. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look. He made it look a bit predictable. Davids. Milan are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Pressing high and with purpose. Costa Curta. He's given it away. Ibrahimovic.
അയ്യേ
Your impression so far, Jim? Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this. And can he finish? Goal!
ചേടാ
Borussia Dortmund back on level terms. Well, how's that for a class finish? Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter. It's starting to look very interesting, this. This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Substitution for Milan, number 6.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Number 9.
Oh, good goal! Borussia Dortmund!
ഇത്രയും വെച്ചുമ്പോ തലയുടെ മോളിൽ കൂടി ഞാൻ പോയത്.
Well and truly turned on its head. Great corner, and he did the rest. Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused. Borussia Dortmund with the lead. Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And it's Eto. Great vision. Thinks about the shot. Guardiola did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. It's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's.
Milan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
There will be 3 minutes
Deep
added
into
time.
stoppage time. Messi. Guardiola does well not to be outdone there. Looking for the run. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Eto. And that will be it.
ചേട്ടാ 10 എന്ന്
Milan
വെച്ചാൽ എനിക്ക്
illustrating
ഈസി അല്ല.
perfectly the
കാരണം
fickle nature of football.
പഠിക്കാൻ
Everything looked so
ഒഴിവുള്ള
good for them to
സമയത്ത്
start
ഞാൻ ഈ
with.
ഫുട്ബോൾ
And as we have
കളിക്കായിരുന്നു.
seen so many times, they ended up with nothing.
ഫുട്ബോള്
I'd like to inform you now
How
that
would you
the
summarise
latest
ഞാനൊരു കാര്യം പറയട്ടെ, ഞാനും ഇങ്ങനെ തന്നെയായിരുന്നു.
A strength in any
ഈ
team
ഫുട്ബോൾ
has to
നമുക്ക്
be
എന്നും
at the
കളിക്കാലോ.
heart of your defence. And I'm afraid
എക്സാം
they were found
അപ്പം
wanting in that
മാത്രമല്ലേ ഉള്ളൂ.
department.
നമുക്ക് പഠിക്കാൻ പറ്റൂല.
So many
അപ്പൊ
thanks to
എങ്ങനെയാണ്?
Jim Beglin. That's all
അപ്പൊ
we
ഞാൻ
have
ആ
time for.
ടൈമില്
Good
എനിക്ക്
evening to
മനസ്സിലായില്ല.
you.
അതേപോലെ നിനക്ക് ഈ ടൈമിൽ മനസ്സിലാവൂല. കുറച്ചാളയുമ്പോൾ മനസ്സിലാവും. ഹൈപ്പർ ഹായ് ബ്രദർ, വെൽക്കം ബ്രദർ. ആർക്കും അപ്പ മനസ്സിലാവൂല. ഇത് ഇപ്പൊ മനസ്സിലാവൂല, കുറച്ചാളെ കഴിയുമ്പോ മനസ്സിലാവും. അപ്പൊ മനസ്സിലായിട്ടും കാര്യമില്ല, എന്താ ചെയ്യാ. എല്ലാവർക്കും അങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടാ. അപ്പ പറയൂല. ആരെങ്കിലും പറയുമ്പോ കേറടാ. ചേട്ടനപ്പ തൊട്ടാ, ഞാൻ 17-ലെങ്ങാണ്ടും ഇൻസ്റ്റാൾ ചെയ്താണ്. ഇപ്പൊ മുതൽ കളിക്കുന്ന അക്കൗണ്ട് തന്നെയാണിത്. ഏതാ പൊളി ഇയറാ എന്ന് വെച്ചാ മനസ്സിലായില്ല.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely
Hello,
here.
ladies and gentlemen,
Gorgeous,
and
gorgeous
welcome
evening.
to
The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the
Milan
atmosphere
against
frenetic.
Barcelona.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. So straight into the action.
Alessandro Costa-Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Well, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
And this is Messi. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And this is Shevchenko. Pedri.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Well read. And the danger is averted. Roberto Carlos.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet because neither attack has turned up.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, that was
ഏത്
marvelous.
വർഷമാണ്
You
നല്ലത്?
can never be too safe with someone like him around.
ഇതാണ്
They got away with that.
21
Barcelona with their
കളിക്കാൻ
first
നല്ല
goal.
രസമായിരുന്നു.
First in the game for either side, actually.
18 അടിപൊളിയായിരുന്നു കേട്ടോ. 18
Defending of the desperate variety.
18 ആ
Messi
തുടങ്ങിയ
gets into a
അവസരത്തില്
good position.
ഒബമിയാങ്ങിന്റെ ഒക്കെ കാലത്ത്
And Messi!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Conte.
Barcelona really look like a team that's set up
ലിമിറ്റ്
to
ബ്രേക്ക്
absorb
ഒക്കെ വെച്ച്
pressure. They
കളിച്ചിരുന്നില്ലേ?
don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their
ഓർമ്മയുണ്ടോ?
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Cristiano
വെച്ച്
Beckenbauer makes the
കളിക്കുമായിരുന്നു അന്ന് എല്ലാവരും.
Davids. Wriggles his way through. Pele. Brilliant! That is a gem! An absolute gem!
10,000 പോയിന്റ് എത്തിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരു ലിമിറ്റ് ബ്രേക്ക് ഒക്കെ കിട്ടുമായിരുന്നു. അത് വെച്ച് നമുക്ക് പ്ലെയറിന്റെ ലെവല്
So impressive.
കൂട്ടാൻ പറ്റും.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Pele. Well, that defending is unapologetically. Can he finish?
There will be 1 minute
Chiellini
added time.
getting this one clear. Great. And that is the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal.
പണ്ടത്തെ മെസ്സിയുടെ കേളല്ല, നെഡ്വെഡ് കേളായിരുന്നു.
Milan come in leading by
Legend.
just the own goal.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this
കണ്ടെത്തി
game, as
എന്നൊക്കെ
well as
കേളായിരുന്നു
intent. But I can't help
Edward.
feeling that their efforts deserve
മെസ്സി പിന്നെ ഓൾറെഡി അങ്ങനെയാണ്. പക്ഷെ അയാള് ലെഫ്റ്റ് മിഡ്ഫീൽഡാണ്. ആ ലെഫ്റ്റ് മിഡ്ഫീൽഡ് കളിക്കുന്ന സ്ഥലത്ത് നിന്ന് കേളായിരുന്നു. ആ മോനെ വൃത്തികെട്ട മനുഷ്യനായിരുന്നു ആള് എഡ്വേർഡ്.
And here is the first touch of the second
ഞാൻ
half.
ഇതുവരെ കാണാത്ത ഒരു ലെജൻഡ് എൻ്റെ ഒരു കൂട്ടുകാരൻ്റെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു, ലിവർപൂളിന്റെ. ആരും കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവില്ല അത്. ഞാൻ തന്നെ അവൻ്റെ മാത്രം കണ്ടിട്ടുള്ളൂ. ഇതെന്താണ്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ പോണു.
It's Luis Suarez! And how good was that? A finish right from the top draw.
പിന്നെ വന്നിട്ടില്ല, കൊണ്ടുവന്നിട്ടില്ല.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. Real chance! And that would have been some goal.
David's really made
ഞാനെല്ലാം
life
കളഞ്ഞു.
difficult from his teammates for not
പണ്ടത്തെ
looking up to see
ഐക്കോണിക്കും
what was
എല്ലാം
around
കളഞ്ഞു.
them, but I think he was
കളിപ്പിക്കാറില്ല
perfectly
വെറുതെ.
entitled to try it for himself.
ഇഷ്ടംപോലെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. എല്ലാരും ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's sick.
Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Milan presented with a golden opportunity here.
കളിപ്പിക്കൂല അവർക്ക് എന്തിനാണ്? ഓ ഞാൻ വീണ്ടും വന്നു.
Doing his best to put him
ആൽബിൻ
off.
പിഹി ആൽബിൻ വെൽക്കം ബ്രോ ആൽബിൻ.
Wonderful save by Vitor Bayer.
ഇപ്പത്തി കടിച്ചാൽ
That
മതി.
is quite remarkable.
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of body language, but I didn't like the way he walked up to that.
Milan have their second corner now. Kante can get it clear.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
was 80,607.
And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Messi. And this is... He's in one-on-one. And the shot! Goal!
Yeah.
Barcelona! And the game
മനസ്സിലായി.
is well and truly turned on
Dream
its
knock.
head. And a trademark move
Dream
into
knock
the
ചെയ്യാൻ penalty
inevitable
കളിക്കുന്നു.
classy finish.
Barcelona are such an adept
കുറച്ച്
counter-attacking
lag
team.
ഉണ്ട്.
They produced something
Lag
out
അല്ല
of
delay.
a few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Well, Messi! Goal! And
കളിക്കുന്ന
there's
അവൻ
the goal they've been
സ്ട്രീം
looking
നോക്കും.
for.
എടാ സ്ട്രീം കുറച്ച് ഡിലേ ഉണ്ട്.
Terrific goal. What a super
കറക്റ്റ്
sharp
ആയിട്ടല്ല വരണേ.
finish.
Speed of thought, speed of
2
action.
സെക്കൻഡ്.
That's another really clever finish.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Marquinhos. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Messi. Can he finish? It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Bergkamp stood his ground strongly. Challenged just
Okay,
a bit on the
good work,
firm
eh?
side. Threads one in. Looking for options for movement. Davids. Pele looking to add to his goal. Can he get on the end of this? And he's quick to return it. Chance for a shot! And yes, it's there! Late drama, late goal. This will be one.
ഇന്നലെ 3 ഗോൾ അടിക്കുന്ന പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് മനസ്സിലായടാ.
Not a defender in
പറഞ്ഞ
sight.
പോലെ തന്നെ
He
ആയിന്ന്
had
പറഞ്ഞതല്ലേ.
all the time in the world.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
ഹെഡൊക്കെ ചെയ്ത് ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നു. ബ്രോ ഹൈ ഗ്രാഫിക്സ് കുറച്ച് സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ് ആക്കിയാൽ മതി. എൻ്റെ അതിന് സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡാണ്, ഹൈ അല്ല. ആര് പറഞ്ഞു ഹൈ ആണ്? സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ് ഇട്ടാണ് കളിക്കണത് ഞാൻ.
Substitution for Milan, number 22, Bergkamp.
Well, the two
Number
coaches
5,
are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Number 18,
Milan give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired
ചേടാ,
defending to stop this
Coming
lot.
on the field,
And here's
number
Mbappe.
24, Pedri. Number 17, Cannavaro. Number
He won't be
10,
happy with that one.
Messi.
And
Number
it's
4,
Gerrard.
പോയി അവിടെ.
Daniel
And
Van
here's
Buyten.
Messi.
Number
Takes a
9,
shot! And that is as much as we have time for. Again,
അങ്ങനൊന്നും
limited
ഇല്ലടാ,
time on the
ഡിവിഷൻ
clock
കളിക്കുമ്പോ
away.
ഗ്രാഫിക്സ് ഒക്കെ
Position of
മാറ്റി
great
കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ
promise,
അങ്ങനൊന്നും ഇല്ല.
well established, but they lost momentum, they
ഇതൊക്കെ
lost
തോന്നണാണ്.
intensity, they lost their lead,
Hello,
and ultimately
attendees.
they
This
lost the
is
game.
a lost children's announcement.
How would you summarise what we've seen today,
ഗ്രാഫിക്സും
Jim?
ഡിവിഷനും
It's
തമ്മിൽ
gonna be
എന്താണ്
sad,
വ്യത്യാസം?
Peter. It's a day to forget for the players at the heart of a defence.
അല്ല, എന്താണ് ബന്ധം? വ്യത്യാസമല്ല. എനിക്ക് തോറ്റന്നല്ലടാ. അങ്ങനൊന്നും ഇല്ലടാ. ലാഗല്ല, സ്ലോ. ഫോണ് ഓക്കെ എന്നാ, ബൈ. അയ്യോ അയ്യോ. Same to him. അഭിനന്ദ്, ഹായ് ബ്രോ, വെൽക്കം. എനിക്ക് ഓൾ ദ ബെസ്റ്റ്. ഇനി എന്താ ഓൾ ദ ബെസ്റ്റ്? പാടുകൾ ചെയ്തു വെച്ചിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് വല്ല കാര്യണ്ടാ? യദു കൃഷ്ണ, അടുത്ത കളിയുണ്ടാ? പിന്നെ അല്ലാണ്ട് അടുത്ത കളിയുണ്ട്, അതിന്റെ അടുത്ത കളിയുണ്ട്, അതിന്റെ അടുത്ത കളിയുണ്ട്, അതിന്റെ അടുത്ത കളിയുണ്ട്.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff.
ഫൗൾ.
We get on the end of this. Well, we expect
expected better, and so did he. Now it's Neymar. Knocks it into space. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special.
There's the shot! And he's
സൂപ്പർ.
done it!
എൻ്റെ കൂടെ കളിച്ചാൽ
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable
കോടി
classy
രൂപ
finish.
കിട്ടും.
Goa are such an adept
അത്
counter-attacking
പാടാണോ?
team. They produced something out of nothing.
കളിച്ചാൽ മാത്രം
A
കിട്ടണത്.
few seconds was all it took for them to
തോപ്പിക്കണം.
convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Goa are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Roberto Carlos has got himself a free kick. And he is going
Chomala,
into that
chomala.
black book.
യോ. എട്ടിയോന്നാ.
Rijkaard. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now, can they get him away? That's the keeper's ball. Kvaratskhelia. Beckenbauer calmly anticipates. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Kvaratskhelia, who does have an assist to his name.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
That's pretty clear, it is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
പഴയ ടാക്കിലായിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ അതൊന്നും ഒന്നാവില്ലായിരുന്നു സംസാരിച്ചുട്ടാൻ.
Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Oh, he's done well. Great stop.
ഡയറക്റ്റ് ഗോളാ.
Decent hit from there. And we have our very first corner.
നേരത്തെ ഗോൾ അടിക്കാൻ പോകുമ്പോ ഗോളി തട്ടി ഇപ്പുറത്തേക്ക് ഇട്ട് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ആരെങ്കിലും റീബോൾ അടിച്ച് ഗോളാവും. നടക്കോ? ലാല നാപ്സ് ഹൈ ബ്രോ.
Well, there's the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence.
Kvaratskhelia really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And Dijk does really well there. He is strong. 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. Beckenbauer cuts it out. Haaland. Now it's Eto'o.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Rafinha. Done delicately. So a temporary halt to the action.
റെസ്പെക്ട്.
So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Please take this
Milan
opportunity
go
to
in
pay
at
a visit to our
half-time
official
with
store
a
where
game to
memorabilia
chase.
from today's match are now available.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's it for the
Aldini
first half
free
and
try.
everyone takes
Wow.
a well-earned rest. So straight into the second half.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Davids.
Great vision. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. And it's Xabi Alonso. It's anyone's ball now. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Hi bro. Ayyo.
Davids. Milan still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Now the delivery.
വൈഫൈ വെച്ചാണ് കളിക്കുന്നത്. പക്ഷെ വൈഫൈക്ക് ബാക്കിയെല്ലാം സ്പീഡ് ഉണ്ട്. ഈ ഫുട്ബോൾ കളിക്കുമ്പോൾ മാത്രം സ്ലോനെസ് പ്ലെയേഴ്സ് ഭയങ്കര ഹെവി ആയിട്ട് ഫീൽ ചെയ്യുന്നു.
The attendance for this match was 80,953.
What a throw in. Costa Curta. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. He's picked his way through. Neymar. Schmeichel claims comfortably. Pedri. Eto. Dunk. Costa Curta. Haaland. Haaland. Davids. And the shot! And it's in! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
കുട്ടികൾ കയറി നിൽക്കട്ടെ. ജോബ് എന്താ, ഞാനൊരു ഷോപ്പിൽ സെയിൽസിൽ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നു, അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ.
Substitution for Milan, number 9, Erling Haaland.
So changes afoot here and from both sides.
Franz Beckenbauer.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two
എന്താ
strong teams of
ബോൾ ആരും
fairly equal
പിടിക്കാണ്ട് അത്രയും
standing.
ദൂരം
The
പോയാണ്.
outcome should all come down to finishing.
Coming on the field,
Costa
number
Curta.
21, Ibrahimovic. Number
And it's
11,
Messi.
Albert Ferrer.
Messi
Number
will
4,
not want to lose out
Daniel
here,
Van
not against
Hoyten.
this opponent.
Number 18, Pele. Number 10, Messi. Substitutions taking place.
And here's Messi.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Chance! That is
ഇവളിടാ.
decidedly lacking.
അറ്റാക്ക് ഇട്ട് വെച്ചിട്ടാണ്.
Milan really will have to throw everything at this now. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
അറ്റാക്ക് ഇട്ട് വെച്ചാൽ നമ്മൾ അറ്റാക്ക് ഇട്ടേക്കണം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മുടെ പ്ലേയേഴ്സിന്റെ ഫ്രണ്ടിൽ കയറി നിൽക്കോ മുമ്പിൽ, നമുക്കൊന്നും ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല.
Conte. He won't be happy with that one. It's gone out for a throw-in.
കാണിക്കണം.
There will be
5 minutes to add.
added time.
Costa Curta.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And he's worked it through. Fermin has it out wide and in space. Flings in across. And that was very necessary. And that's that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints.
അയ്യോ,
How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
ജയിക്കണില്ല ഒറ്റ
We'll
കളി.
always take more positives from a result like this.
ഫുള്ള് ഡ്രോ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ തോൽക്കണ് കളിയായി. ഉറക്കവേ ശരിയാ, ഡ്രോ ആയിന്നാ. എന്തോ ഭാഗ്യത്തിന് ഡ്രോ ആയില്ല, ഞാൻ തോറ്റാനിപ്പ. ബ്രോ ഞാനാണ് കളിച്ചത്, മനസ്സിലായടാ. ഇമ്മോർട്ടൽ ഇമ്മോർട്ടൽ ഇമ്മോർട്ടൽ. സ്ട്രൈക്കേഴ്സ് ഇല്ലാത്ത പിന്നെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പൊ കാണിച്ചാ ഞാൻ പിന്നെ മര്യാദക്ക് കളിക്കാണ്ടല്ലേ. ഫുള്ള് കഴിവ് ഞാൻ പുറത്തെടുക്കുകയാണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഇപ്പൊ നീ തോറ്റാണ്. അത് വെറുതെ മാറ്റി വെച്ചേക്കണം.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. So we're very much on the way now.
Samuel Eto'o, Peter, a striker who defined a generation.
Some say Jim. Griezmann!
ആ
Superb goal!
അത് കളി
Well, once
ഗുഡ്
more,
ഗെയിം.
it's him,
ഞാൻ
and we can't be
കൗണ്ടർ ഡിവിഷൻ
surprised because
കളിക്കാം.
his instinct for doing this is incredible.
ലോങ് ബോള്
Well, how's that
പറ്റാണ്ടായപ്പോ
for a
ഞാൻ ഇതിന്റെ
class
വാങ്ങിയാണ്
finish?
Well,
ചുക്കൗണ്ട്.
that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
എന്നാൽ ഞാൻ വരാൻ കഴിവ് പുറത്തെടുക്കാൻ.
So a breakthrough already.
ഏയ്
And that has
ഇപ്പല്ല,
left him in a heap.
സമയമായിട്ടില്ല.
Well, that looks a decent ball. That ball looks a good one. Overhit and out of play.
സമയമുണ്ട്, ക്ഷമ വേണം, സമയമെടുക്കും.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Davids, and here's Eto. Eto. Van Dijk. And now the breakaway. Oh, that is a nice touch. Neymar makes a dash for it. Swings in. Terrific effort! Harmlessly behind.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
എൻ്റെ മൂഡ് സമയം ഒന്നുമില്ലടാ, എന്തെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ പറയണ്ടേ നമ്മ അല്ലേ?
Neymar.
എപ്പോഴും
Over to
പെട്ടല്ലേ
the right flank.
ഇതേ പൊള്ളി.
And it's Carvajal. Has a look up. Impressive jump.
ഹെഡിങ് ആണ്.
Couldn't quite control it.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Aims beyond the defence. Knocks it into space. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Roberto Carlos making good progress. Raul.
Dallas really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Rijkaard. And this is Griezmann. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. And he's in on shapes to shoot. And
അടുത്ത
no
മാച്ചിലൊക്കെ കളിച്ചവർ തന്നെയാ കളിക്കുന്നത്.
two up and
സംശയം
in
ഇല്ലടാ,
charge, and things are looking pretty good for them
കളിക്കില്ല
now. Simplicity itself.
തോന്നണതല്ലേ?
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
There will be 1 minute
Ah.
added time.
Cole. And that brings the first half to a close. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So straight into the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back.
And a chance! Just cruising! They are cruising!
ഉഫ്, രക്ഷയില്ലടാ.
With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way and he just slips the other.
A case now of complete control. And this is Griezmann. Griezmann. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Ibrahimovic.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Tries to pass it through. Oh, no joy this time. Well, that is not the best ball, and he
The
offers an
attendance for this
apologetic
match was
look.
Encourage the pass
81,007.
with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Cole receive real chance, and that's a good finish. They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline.
അടുത്ത മാച്ചിലൊക്കെ കളിച്ച,
One
പക്ഷേ
sweeping move
ലൈവിന്റെ
executed
ഗ്രൗണ്ട്
with
ഉള്ളൂ,
deadly
പിന്നെ എങ്ങനെയാണ്?
efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up
എന്ത്
shipping a goal at the other, and And it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. And there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Raul carries the ball down the right. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's managed to get free. Now there's a fine ball. Played towards the front line. Neymar. Now it's Griezmann. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, this is a great position. Neymar! And he hits the net.
Hey.
How many?
Masan, hello bro.
Morning
Live today na.
Some of those
ജോലിക്ക് കൊണ്ടേ
players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. This is a gloriously greedy performance. And here's Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Driving forward. It's Neymar! Loose ball now, and there's a chase. He's had a shot! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
മറ്റുള്ള സ്കൂൾ ലൈഫ് എങ്ങനെയായിരുന്നു? നല്ലതായിരുന്നു. അടിച്ച് ഉറക്കിയല്ലോ. അടക്കി.
Tries to play it through. Beckenbauer deals with that comfortably.
4 added minutes has been
Well, he was
indicated.
clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
There will be 4 extra minutes. Van Dijk, well seen, saw that coming. And we're done. Milan have very little in the way of
ഗോൾ എങ്ങനെ
excuses
അടിക്കാൻ
here.
ഇപ്പൊ തന്നെ നെയ്മർ കാണിച്ചിട്ടില്ലേ? ഇത്രയും ഡ്രിബിൾ ചെയ്തൊരു നല്ല ഓപ്പൺ ചാൻസ് കിട്ടിയിട്ട് നെഞ്ചത്ത്
There was
കിട്ടി.
to be only one outcome.
Fellow
How would
attendees
you
of
summarise
this
what we've seen
29.
today then, Jim?
children's
Milan
announcement.
desperately
Would the
failing
father
to
of a boy
impose
in a
themselves
yellow
on the game.
t-shirt kindly make his
Decidedly
way to the
flat,
information
disjointed in
centre?
so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
ഒന്ന് മുട്ടണം. സഹിച്ചു മുട്ടണം. കേറ് മുട്ട. തലവേദന എടുക്കണം. ഈ ബ്രോ നോക്കാം. 5 ഗോള് മേടിച്ചിട്ട് 5 ഗോള് മേടിച്ചിട്ട് എങ്ങനെ പറയാന്നുള്ളത് എനിക്ക് ഇത് ദുഷ്ട മനസ്സാണ് നിന്റെ സൈക്കോ ഗെയിമറെ. പാമാണത്. ലൈവ് എത്ര പേരാ? 7 പേര് കാണില്ല. യെസ് സ്പാമാണ്. അത് ഞാനാ. അയ്യേ നീ ഇങ്ങനെയാണ് കളിക്കണത് ബ്രോ. ഐ ഗോട്ട് മെസ്സി. ഏത് അങ്കര മെസ്സിയ? ബെൻസി ബ്രോ കളിക്കുന്നു. അതെന്നായിട്ട് കളിക്കാൻ കയറിയടാ അബി. കാണി ഫോമുള്ള എല്ലാരെയും പിടിച്ച് ഇറക്കാല്ലേ. ഇത് മതി. അങ്കര മെസ്സി വൺ സ്പിൻ നല്ലതാ, കളിപ്പിക്കാൻ അറിയണോട്ടാ. നാളെ കൊണ്ട് ഓടണം, നാളെയും കൊണ്ട് അങ്കരക്കളി കളിക്കണം. ഞാൻ വെറുതെ അങ്ങോട്ടും ഇങ്ങോട്ടും വൺ ടച്ച് കളിക്കാൻ
So welcome one and all to a
കാര്യം.
picturesque evening here.
ഇന്നലെ തൊട്ട്
A
ട്രൈ
clear
ചെയ്യുന്നു,
night, all the ingredients
കേറാൻ
for a
പറ്റില്ല.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
Against Italy.
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me
ഓ
in the
സ്പാം
commentary box, I'm glad to
അയാം
report,
പരീക്ഷണം
is
ആണ്.
Jude Beglin.
നടക്കട്ടെ
Hello,
നടക്കട്ടെ.
Peter, and
ആരെ
hello to everyone watching.
കടയിൽ
For me,
കളിക്കാനുണ്ടോ?
it's a real thrill to be here.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So things are underway. Serginho, now he is quick.
Rapid, Peter, absolutely rapid. I suppose if there was such a thing as a model Brazilian fullback, he'd be pretty close to it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you don't win all those honours at club and international level without doing something right.
Roberto Carlos, and here's Eto'o, and it's Eto'o!
അയ്യേ.
Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, he looked pretty much unstoppable there. The only thing missing was
Big
the
hit.
finish, of course.
ടീംസ്
Eto'o is firing after that one.
Roberto Carlos. There's a look up. He leaps for it! Oh, crossbar!
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
ആവാതെ ഇതാണ്.
Out for a throw. Pele. He's found a way past. Pele! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job
വേഗം
properly, Peter, that's for sure.
വേഗം.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
So we're still where we started right now. Beckenbauer does well to get it back. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Beckenbauer demonstrating his defensive quality there.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
Davids.
Now Neymar. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress.
Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Tierney crosses it in.
ആ ക്ലോസിട്ട് കളിക്കുന്നു. ആൻഡ്രോയിഡ് ഗെയിം ടെസ്റ്റർ. ഓയ് anyone have a friendly match? ഇതന്നെ ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി മാച്ചാണ് ബ്രോ.
Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Serginho. Across the quarter.
And it's Davids. Engages and forces him off the ball. Pele. Roberto Carlos. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. And that was asking for too much. Conte. Pele. That's a little off target. Couldn't squeeze it through. Davids. That's a foul. No two ways about it. And that's going to be a booking. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
കടി
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
And it's Neymar. Neymar. Oh, this is a
അടിച്ചായിരുന്നു അല്ലേ?
Pedri can
Two
clear it
added
away.
minutes has been indicated.
Deep into stoppage time. Oh, that's fabulous. And he's had it nicked away. This possibly the last play of the half.
ലൈക്കരോ
And he gets rid in a hurry. Neymar. And they're back on the ball again. And that brings the
ഷൂട്ട്
first half
പോണില്ല.
to a close.
ഭയങ്കര
A decent enough half, but
delay
neither
ഉണ്ട്.
side able to get on the
Slow
score
ആണ്.
sheet. Time for some fresh ideas for the
Slow
second
ആണ്.
period, perhaps.
And a
We'll
quick
do it back on the
announcement
first
today that
45 minutes.
memorabilia from
Well, I
today's
think from
match
the
is
manager's
now on
viewpoint,
sale in
Peter,
the stadium.
he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
So, no breakthrough from either side. 0-0
എന്താണ്
after
കാണിക്കുന്നത്?
45 minutes of action.
ടാക്ടിക്കലാണെന്നോണ്ട് ഭയങ്കര എല്ലാവരും ലൈക്ക് അടിക്കടാ.
Substitution in progress.
That gets us going once more.
Milan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Conte. Looking for options. Oh, shooting chance!
ഞാൻ ആ മനുഷ്യനെ കൊണ്ടുവന്നിരും കൊള്ളുകടാ.
That's really well played.
Oh,
It's
I
just the type of
two-star
run you need
player ആ.
off the shoulder of the last defender.
ടാക്ടിക്കേണ്ടത്.
Stay onside.
എന്തോ യൂട്യൂബൊക്കെ കണ്ടേ എടുത്തോണ്ട് വന്നേക്കാണ് ഹൈറ്റ് ഉള്ളവരെ കൊണ്ട്.
Pele. He's had it taken off him. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Threads one in. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And it's in! No, flags up on the far side.
The decision came a little late because the referee initially didn't see the assistance flag, but it's the right call.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. That's a shade optimistic. Decent chance! It's a goal!
അയ്യോ
They've done it! Finally, they've broken
നോക്കിയടാ.
through. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
The attendance for this match was 80,000.
So we have the first goal.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Pedri. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Schmeichel claims it, safe hands. Conte. And it's Eto.
That's good running with the ball. Zanetti. Plays a sharp little ball here. Neymar. It's a pretty loose pass. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
ബ്രോയ്ക്ക്
Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
അടുത്ത റൂമുണ്ടോന്നാ ഉണ്ട് റൂമുണ്ട്. ഇന്നേ ഇവിടെ 12:30 ലൈവ് തുടങ്ങിയപ്പോ ഉറങ്ങിപ്പോയി.
Saliba does really well to win the ball there. Conte. Neymar. Oh, it's come loose. Italy are looking to break at pace. Crunching tackle.
തെറ്റ്.
Zanetti crosses. Cleared without hesitation.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Has a look and plays it forward. Knocks it into space. Can he get it through? He's in plenty of space here. Gets his head on it! Caught offside that time.
നെയ്മർ പാസ് സ്ലോ
This
ആണ്.
usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
നെയ്മറിന്റെ എല്ലാം സ്ലോ ആണ്. ഈ ഗോള് വീണത് കണ്ട ഇപ്പൊ
Well, that is one way to stop him.
കണ്ട ഇത് ഫൗളല്ലേ?
The pass is intercepted.
Added time.
And it's Neymar. Roberto Carlos. Pedri. That's that, the end. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
A quick reminder
Your
today
reflections
that
then, Jim.
smoking is
The
only
type
allowed
of
in areas
defeat
shown on
that's
this map.
hard
ഓഫ്
to
സൈഡ് അല്ല.
one where you know the
ഈ
game
ഒരു
is
ഗോൾ
over,
അടിച്ച്
yet no matter what you did, it just
ആ
wouldn't
ഈ
go
ഒരു
in,
ഗോളല്ല
and all of a
മറ്റേതല്ലേ?
sudden, bang,
ശരിയാണ്.
you're
സൈഡ്
behind.
ഓഫ്
That's
സൈഡ്
it
അല്ല
for
അല്ല
tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside
സൈഡ്
me
അല്ല.
and to wish you all a very good evening.
എൻ്റെ ആനക്കുട്ടിയുടെ മോളിൽ കൂടി പോയണ്ട പന്ത്. വീണ്ടും കളിക്കാണ്. നെക്സ്റ്റ് സ്പാമിങ് ആയിട്ട് എനിക്ക് തോന്നിയില്ല. 2-3 ക്രോസ് അല്ലേ വന്നുള്ളൂ. ചിലവരുണ്ട് ഫുള്ള് ഇപ്പുറത്തൊരു 2 മിഡ്ഫീൽഡാ റൈറ്റ് വിങ്ങും ഒരു റൈറ്റ് മിഡ്ഫീൽഡൊക്കെ വെച്ചിട്ട് അങ്ങോട്ട് ത്രൂ ഇട്ടിട്ട് വേറും ക്രോസിങ്. അത് വെറുപ്പിക്കലാണ്. നീ കളിക്കാൻ പഠിക്കണോണ്ട് സീനില്ല. അഭിപ്രോ ബാക്ക് അടിച്ചു പോയി. എത്ര ഗോൾ അടിച്ചപ്പാ ബാക്ക് അടിച്ച് പോകാനായിട്ട്? പരീക്ഷണമാണ്. നീ പരീക്ഷിക്കണ ആരം കൊണ്ടാണ് നിനക്ക് അതിനോട് ഒരു വലിയ ഇത് വരാത്തത്. സെറ്റായിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നീ വൃത്തിയായിട്ട കളി കളിച്ചാണ്. ലൈക്ക് അടിക്കട എല്ലാരും, ലൈക്ക് അടിക്കട.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions
ഗോൾ
contributing to a
കയറിയാലും
fantastic
ഡിവിഷനെ
atmosphere
കളിക്കുമ്പോ
in the
അങ്ങനെ
stands. This really
കയറിയാലും
is
മതിയല്ല.
the place to be.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. We're up and running then. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Vinicius Junior was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Hernus, and he's got away from him. He's had a shot! Now, what has happened here?
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Shevchenko picks it up out wide. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And here's Messi. And he's forced to go back. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Davids, well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Could move up a gear here. And it's Roberto Carlos. Now, can they get him away? And he's in on goal! Lampard never out of the action for very long.
If they want to counter, they can do with more speed.
Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Vinicius Junior really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
ബാക്കി പോയി നിൽക്കണ എന്തിനാണാവോ?
Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Chance for a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And he lines up a... Oh, good effort! A skipper's goal!
Well, this is exactly what you want from your skipper, Peter. I mean, this was about as perfect a time as you can score. Some players already had their heads in the dressing room, but he remained alert.
Pick that one out.
Del
It
color
was
ഒന്നുമില്ലടാ.
a bullet.
Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
Madrid are in front now, the game's only goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's...
The referee says that is that for the first half. A very combative, competitive
player,
half with
Bruce
just the one
Opie.
decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
And
Milan
new
go in at half-time with
Subin.
a game to chase.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be
എല്ലാവർക്കും
back
വെൽക്കം.
with the second half very soon.
Substitution in progress.
The second period is on the way.
Milan
നമ്മുടെ
really
നെഞ്ചാങ്കോട്ട
need
പോയി.
to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Pele. Oh, now he can run away with it. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He'll learn from it.
Oh, it's Dembele. Lampard. Oh, good ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Messi. Oh, he's having a go! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really
Like അടിക്കല്ലേ,
anticipated
like അടി,
that
like
well,
അടി.
didn't he?
Madrid with the corner, there first. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Milan have the chance to go the other way.
Was 80,953.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. That pass isn't the best. Shevchenko being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
നല്ല
What they
പാസ്
fail to realise,
ഇടണില്ലടാ
Peter, is
ഇവന്മാര്.
that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
He has found the way through. Schmeichel claims it safe hands.
Madrid are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Roberto Carlos. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Great work on the overlap. He's having a shot! Oh, he's been caught napping. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Milan very much running into the last chance saloon.
Yeah, it's not looking...
Dembele, he's through and he shoots! And that's a good finish.
ഓഫ്
And surely that does it. Perfect time,
ഓഫ്
decisive strike. And that
അതിലപ്പുറം.
really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
It's played through for him. Dembele! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Lovely feet. And that is as far as it goes.
ഇഷാന
Here is a defeat that may hit them
ശരി.
hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end virtually unavoidable.
And now to
So
all members of
wonderful.
How
Tribune,
do you reflect
I'd
on
like
what
to
we've
ask you
seen?
to join me
Milan
in wishing
desperately
our birthday
failing to
boy a
impose
very
themselves on the
special
game.
birthday.
Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter.
എന്നോട് ആരും ജയിച്ചെന്ന് പറയണ്ട. കളി ജയിച്ചിട്ടില്ലെന്ന്. Cross spam number. Cross spam.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
A San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. And Batistuta!
Michael കണ്ടുപോലുള്ള ഗോൾ പോയി.
Certainly didn't match the build-up.
Batistuta has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Roberto Carlos scooting forward. Knocks it into space. And the shot!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great
അവനെന്ന് ഞാൻ
defending.
കളി ജയിച്ചിട്ടില്ല കേട്ടാ. ഞാൻ ഫസ്റ്റ് കളി ജയിക്കണം. എന്താ അവസ്ഥയാണ്?
That is a little undercooked. Forlan. Gabriel Batistuta, Jim, pretty much. There's the shot! And he's done it!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball and they're in.
നീ എല്ലാം എന്നോട് കളിച്ചത്.
Have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Pele. Roberto Carlos. Cross needs to be good. Keeper's dealt with that. He'll try from distance. And he couldn't quite find the target.
Well, that was the one I actually thought he was going to produce. It's a good effort keeping it down like that.
Nicely aimed pass. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Batistuta was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Almost half an hour in now. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Forlan, very nicely done. Forlan! It's hit the upright. But they've got it again. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. It's gone out for a throw-in.
വയ്യ.
Pedri. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
He's picked his way through. It's Eto! Oh, that is asking for trouble. Takes
There
a
will be
shot!
1 minute at a time.
Bruno Fernandes. Not the most accurate pass. Is the end of the first half.
ഒരു സൗണ്ട് കേട്ടിട്ടില്ല ഇങ്ങനത്തെ.
So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on
Quick
after
reminder
the break.
today, please have your entry tickets
Milan
at
go
hand
in
as it's
at
time to announce
half-time
today's
with
winning
a
lottery
game to
numbers.
chase.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break
Substitutions taking
wisely
place.
to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This
കുഞ്ഞുട്ടി.
is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that was the first half and we will be back with the second half shortly. Back underway then.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Roberto Carlos makes the interception. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
എങ്ങോട്ടാണ് ഈ
Milan still
ഓടുന്നത്?
chasing a one-goal deficit here.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
ബ്ലിങ്കിങ്.
Oh, such a
The
clever
attendance
touch.
for this match was 81,007.
Pedri concedes a free kick for that.
Still going bro. എന്താണ് എല്ലാരും ഇങ്ങനെ പറയണത്? കണ്ടിന്യൂ ബ്രദർ എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് still going. വിനു.
Davids. Looking for the run. Your impressions so far, Jim?
Milan are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Elber unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now that's well seen too. Oh, what a mistake! Can he get it through? Nice defending, it's got the job done.
അയ്യ.
Elber!
ചെഞ്ച.
Elber! Beyond brilliant! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. 2 up now, and they are cruising. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Substitution.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Melbourne City are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
He has slightly undercooked that one.
Melbourne City clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Dunk, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Beckenbauer. Just 5 minutes left. Good ball, good take. Great ball if he can get there. Albert, he's through on goal here. And he shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are disappearing out of sight. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully
There will be
cosy.
3 minutes added time.
Jackie. Oh, that's neat. Pinches it off him. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And we're done. Milan cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
Well, thanks to Jim, we both...
പറയാനില്ല, നല്ല രസമുണ്ട്. ക്ലാരിഫോമായി. എല്ലാരും ലൈക്ക് അടിക്കും ബ്രോ.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. We are just getting started. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He's Neymar!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct and
It's Eto!
ഗോള് ഗോൾ അടിച്ച്.
And Milan have the lead. A
to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Roberto Carlos. Pelé. Now that looks a decent ball. And here's Eto'o. Milan currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. Joe Linton receives it in a wide position.
ഗോളടിച്ചതിനാണാ.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And it's McAllister. And here's Neymar. Neymar! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. That's rather hopeful.
Milan really should be happy to let this half run out now, and
Oh, terrible mistake. Pelé. 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. Threads one in. And he's taking no chances there. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
അമ്മേ.
The whistle's gone, and
Alam
that's it
man.
for the first half.
എല്ലാം മന്ത്രി.
Very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling
That's
stuff.
the first half. Let's hope
Milan
for more of the
leading
same.
by 1 at the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine
Substitution in
intensity
progress.
and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Milan are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. Back on the way then.
Milan can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing enough.
And the shot! Oh, the ball's from Neymar! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Milan really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Short changes him with that pass. Milan just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Thinks about the shot. He's having a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
There's the header!
Right,
Firm
Mr.
header,
Try
just
ചെയ്തടാ
on
അങ്ങനെ.
target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Some resolute defending
The
there.
attendance for this match
Well,
was
Peter, just see here how a lot of the
80,607.
attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing. And the shot! And yes, it's there!
ടൂട്ട് പോവാനാണ്. ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി മാച്ചാണോ? അതെ, ജോയൽ.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Drogba receives it in a... It's Drogba! Wow, that is Didier Drogba! He's got himself an absolute peach. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produce...
Big chance! And there's a goal! And And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
A header! Goal, Milan! And the comeback is complete. A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Milan leading now.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's not got that quite right. Knocks it into space. Moved on forwards. Now it's
Yeah.
Kelly. Linton. Conte. And here's Neymar. He is through here. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Look, Peter, what they need now are cool heads and discipline, and instead it looks like they've got a liability in their side.
This to be all square. And he scores! Back in business! Not a twitch, not a blink.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be back.
Shoot! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that. And this is Neymar. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And that is that. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round.
2-0 എന്ന
Reflections on
കളിയാണ്.
what you've seen, Jim?
Milan certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
ലാസ്റ്റ് മാച്ച്
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my
പറ്റണില്ല
co-commentator,
കളിക്കാൻ.
Jim.
പറഞ്ഞോ പറ്റണം. ലാസ്റ്റ് മിനിറ്റ്. കംബാക്കിംഗ്. ലാസ്റ്റ് മാച്ച് നിർത്തറിയേ. ബ്രോ ഇന്നെന്താ പറ്റിയ? അല്ല ഇങ്ങനല്ലല്ലോ. എനിക്കറിയാൻ പാടില്ല. നെറ്റ് വൻ സീനാണ്.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Pedri has given away a free kick. Decent chance! And the through ball. Forlan! And he couldn't finish.
Forlan really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Borussia Dortmund with the corner. They're first. And he's there to clear it. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He's in a great position. It's Neymar! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Get him away. Oh, super ball. Well, you've missed no goals. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Van Balten. Well, here he is, Martin Caceres, an uncompromising, unrelenting Neymar! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Borussia Dortmund really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Pedri. That has been cut short. It's been slung wide.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
And he was quick to react. Nicely weighted ball. That's a nicely shaped ball. He's onside. Shevchenko! Goal, Milan! Simplicity itself.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Milan have taken the lead.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition, now forced to come out.
Pelé. Roberto Carlos. And this is Shevchenko. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right.
വന്നപ്പോഴും എനിക്ക് കിട്ടിയില്ല ഇതിലും കിട്ടൂല ഇത് മൊത്തം എടുത്തിട്ട് ഒറ്റ കറക്കിറക്കും.
And that has been cleared. Borussia Dortmund are looking to go forward now. Van Dijk makes the interception. And this is Shevchenko. Oh, they could be caught out here. He's felt that, hasn't he? Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And no, that was never going to make it. Tries to pass it through. Chance, surely! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! A finish of true class! They have... And that is indeed the final act. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Neymar. Pedri. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Aimed beyond the defence.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Borussia Dortmund can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And he's intervened well there. Shevchenko being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
And the shot! Goal! Borussia
Come
Dortmund!
on.
They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Of course, there's a question mark over the keeper on his near post there, but it was such a clever finish to spot the gap and find it.
Borussia Dortmund have their lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Shot at goal! And no mistake! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity. What goes for the shot? And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Nicely intercepted. And here's Neymar. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Neymar showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now that's well seen too. No, that's been intercepted. Conte.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And he's quick to return. And Shevchenko! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Pedri gets flagged offside.
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Costa Curta calmly anticipates. And it's Pedri. Neymar. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Guirassy.
Guirassy really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Just 5 minutes left. Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Guirassy finds himself offside.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Played into space. Oh, he's found support out wide. Applies the finish!
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time.
This is the time you need that pace.
Hazard. He's a sharp little ball here. And here's Neymar. He's having a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Neymar.
That's it. There will be
എല്ലാവർക്കും ഓക്കെ
no more.
നാളെ കാണാം.
So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Any reflections
ഒറ്റ
on
കളി
what
നമുക്ക്
you've seen, Jim?
ജയിച്ചില്ല.
Milan certainly
Super
had
live.
some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
എല്ലാവർക്കും
Well,
ബൈ.
that's it for tonight's match. So just
സംശോകത്തോടെ
remains for me to thank
ഞാൻ
Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish
മടങ്ങി
you all
പോവുകയാണ്.
a very good evening.